Yo, what's going on, family? It's me, Jay. Just wanted to sad news to report. Rest in peace to the general, the four-star general, General Colin Powell, who passed away today due to COVID complications at Walter Reed Medical Facility. Um, yeah, Colin Powell was a decorated general, as I've said, 4 stars, the first African American um, Secretary of State. He served as Secretary of State under George W. Bush. He was the general under George H.W. father, and he was a native of the Bronx, New York. Born to immigrant parents, um, Jamaican of Jamaican descent, family immigrated here to the South Bronx. And one thing I wanted to say that I respect about the general, about Colin Powell, was that when Barack Obama was running for president of the United States, a lot of people on his side, as a Republican, were coming out and saying that Barack Obama was a Muslim, right? And then Colin Powell did an interview and he said, so what if Barack Obama was a Muslim? Does being a Muslim exclude one from running for the president of the United States? No, of course it doesn't. And when Colin Powell said this back in the day in 2008, uh, people people on his side turned against him. They were like, "Oh well, he's only really riding with Obama because he's black and Obama is black," and they really showed their real racist side. But back in the day in 2003 and even before that, in 1996, there were rumors that Colin Powell was going to run for president, and a lot of Republicans at that time were were saying, "Oh well, we're going to support him. See, we're not racist. We're going to support him, even though he's black, and they always claim our side is racist. We're going to support a black guy to run for president, right?" But then, as soon as he stands up for he stands up with integrity to bigotry and Islamophobia. Then you want to turn against him, and then you want to say, "Well, see, he's a traitor because he's not riding on the let's get on Obama because he's a Muslim train." First of all, Barack Obama is not a Muslim. He never practiced the Muslim faith. He might have. Um, he does have a Muslim father, but that so what? Like Colin Powell said, so what? Just because of his religion, because of what he believes in, who he who he prays to, he can't be president of the United States. No, that doesn't make any sense. And this is Colin Powell. This is a man, Colin Powell, that fought in wars against um, Muslim countries, fought in wars against um, Saddam Hussein and a lot of these cats that were heavily heavily on the Islamic side, but he had a lot of respect. He said, if you're riding for us and you're riding for the United States, even if you say La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, and you proclaim to be a Muslim, you can still be loyal to the United States and still be a Muslim. You don't. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have dual loyalties. But a lot of these right wingers automatically going to come out when Colin Powell said this and be like, "Oh well, we turning against Colin Powell. We're gonna we're gonna be against Colin Powell, even though Colin Powell was a stand up individual." You know what I mean? he took the heat. He took the heat for the Republican side back in 2003 when he was the one who went on live TV, right? And he said that Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons when they knew for a fact Saddam Hussein didn't have chemical weapons. That it was a way for George W. Bush and his administration to get revenge on Saddam Hussein for putting out the hit on George Bush's father, who Colin Powell himself served under. So I believe that Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, and the whole administration really knew that Saddam didn't have the chemical weapons, but Colin and them took the heat for their side anyway. And he rode out with his side. He rode out with the right wingers till the end, until they got to a certain point with their bigotry, and he couldn't ride out with them anymore. You know what I mean? So, and then like he survived by grandchildren, he survived by his children, he survived by a whole host of people, and they said he was fully vaccinated, and then he comes up with this. But anyway, rest in peace to the General Colin Powell. He served his country valiantly, and his story really of um, coming from an immigrant background, of starting to work in a Jewish man's shop, a Jewish immigrant shop, and working his way up to becoming a four-star general and the first African American general in American history, and the first African American Secretary of State in history, and really making that sort of first landmarks. And then again, like I always say, when you stand on the truth and when you stand on your truth to square, when you stand on your beliefs and you're a man of principle, you don't compromise that principle for nothing, even for politics. You know what I mean? You stand by those who are loyal to you, and you be loyal to those that are loyal to you, regardless in any walk of life. And that's exactly what he did. You know, he rode with that side until that side became too blatantly racist and too blatantly Islamophobic. Then he was like, "Damn, I'm not even gonna, I'm not even gonna stand with my side when my side. I'm gonna stand with my side when I believe my side is right, but I'm not gonna stand with my side when I believe my side is going a little bit too far. When they're not only just riding out against Barack Obama because he's a Democrat or they disagree with his policies or his politics, but they're disagreeing with him based on what they believe is his religion and what they believe is his faith. So the point is, when you have principles and you stand on your truth or square and you represent yourself in a righteous manner, and your word is your word, and your loyalty is your loyalty, regardless of whom or what. Right is right, and wrong is wrong, and if you stand by right and you stand against wrong, even if it's against the side that you've been loyal to this whole time, kudos to you for standing for principles. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button to see my next video is coming out. Peace. Love y'all.